Match reaction, Manchester United 4, Brighton 2. 3 wins on the row, 4 straight wins at Old Trafford. Choo-choo, all aboard that deluded train as we storm into the top 4. Your reaction to that game?
I never said it was going to be easy to get off this deluded train, but Manchester United are back. Yes, the last 15 minutes, but that's football. This was a superb game of football and a statement by that team. And some players out there absolutely nailed it today. And I'm convinced, I suspect all yous out there are convinced that Manchester United are back.
Cunha got his first goal for Manchester United. If it had been any player I wanted to pick today to get on the score sheet, it would have been Cunha.
Well, he gave us a superb goal in the 23rd minute. Absolutely. It was pure class. But you look at United there in that first half, 15 minutes, then United took control. But I'll tell you what, right, the annoying thing about that first half, even though we was in the lead, that referee for 10 minutes drove me mad, and I suspect he drove you mad. But I'll tell you what, Cunha, great goal.
Should have been a penalty for me on Ahmad. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Then got a deflected goal.
Well, we got the second goal, yes, deflected, right, but Casemiro had an excellent game. But a look at that first half, right, and people talk about the system, the change of football, what's going on. If you look at Luke Shaw, you look at DeLuDed, and then you look at Yoro, what you seen different there was them stepping into the midfield. They were crowding them out. They were following them. It was a superb display of football by all the team. That was a good Brighton side. They were active, they were busy, but United was on top of them. And them 3 players jumped on them. And if you look at what Shaw did to get that second goal, superb.
I mean, we could have gone in 3-0 at half-time there. Chance with Sesko. I think it was Mbeumo or Cunha. Some good passing to put him through on goal.
There was some good football there, and we should have gone 3-0 up. You just look at the football, what United did. They worked and worked and worked. That's what they did. Them players kept running. They worked together. They had a plan, they had a system, and they stuck to it. That first half, I thought United were totally dominant. They were really busy, Brighton, but Manchester United were a level above, and I mean a level above, and that's not me being deluded. They worked hard, and they were on top of Brighton.
Brighton could have nicked it as well just after that Sesko chance before half-time, 4 or 5 yards out, but he just kicked it wildly and missed the ball. 2 minutes into the second half, though, Mbeumo again chance, but he was like trying to drag it out of his feet straight at the keeper.
Well, I look at the end of the game of the first half. I look at the end of the first half, right? The game should have been all over, that's correct. But then when I look at the second half, the start of the second half, for quite a while, United took control. They took control. They played it at their pace. And I'll tell you what, Bruno Fernandes, right, he was playing superb in my opinion, okay? These other players, and I'll get on to them. But I'll tell you what, the control and the way they did it was unbelievable. And it wasn't until the 60th minute, Brighton just threw it all in. They threw it all in. They brought the 3 subs on. And I thought, right, they're going to come at United. But, let's get something straight. The third goal, Mbeumo killed it. Great finish.
Did you think it was time then at 3-0, still half an hour to go to get the deck chairs out, get the kettle on and relax?
No, you can never relax with this footballing side, and that's what they are. And they are a very good footballing side. They never gave up, but United was on them. And then you just look at it, that third goal, you thought it killed him. It killed him. But no, it's never over. It's Man United. You've got to remember that, right? But what a superb game.
The thing is, people will point to the changes that were made from Ruben Amorim, but there was changes and a lot made from Brighton as well. But I think these changes he made, he needed to make as well, Amorim.
Well, if you look at the changes, the players, all the players there, right, until them changes were done, they worked the socks off. They were absolutely shattered, some of them players. That wasn't Ruben Amorim making mistakes, changing the team because, oh, we're 3-0 up or whatever. Nothing to do with that. Them players worked hard and they deserve credit. Well, you look at Luke Shaw when he went off. He got a round of applause. Now, when do you see that? You look at Casemiro, standing ovation. On 60 minutes, I'm always saying he's got to go off, he's knackered, he's shattered. He put everything into that game, and I thought he had a superb game like the rest of them.
Went to 3-1 though. And you're thinking, yeah, well, we can still hold on here, just tighten it up, be compact and just go for the long ball. But what did you start thinking after that?
Well, that was like the substitutes have been made and Dorgu got caught out. That, you know, there's no two ways about that. It does take time to settle in, and he hadn't settled in and he got caught out. The foul come and he put it in, and you thought, oh no, the crowd just sat down. Yeah. The crowd just sat down and they thought, oh, here we go. And the reason why they all sat down and thought, what's going to go on here? Because they knew that Brighton side were coming. They'd made all the changes. They were coming, and we knew it. And for 15 minutes there, they came at United. But they held firm. Yes, they got the second goal.
You must have been on the edge of your seat, though, when they got that second goal. You must have been on the edge of your seat, because I was.
I don't know what I thought. I was like, oh no, is this it? Like, you know. But he got the goal. But United was still fighting in there. But then United took control because they were desperate to get that third. And then we got the fourth goal. That was it. But you have to look at that second half performance. Players did get brought off because they'd worked hard and they deserved to be brought off because they were shattered. And the players what come on, it takes time. But Brighton were coming at United, right? But they held firm and then they went and got the fourth. But I'll tell you what, I looked at Bruno there near the end of the game and I thought to myself, you had an excellent game. I looked at Mbeumo, what a game he had. When Cunha went off, I thought to myself, you have had an excellent game. Them players are bringing goals to Man United, something we didn't see last year. And then when you look at it, there's the difference. There's the difference. The difference also is that back five stuck together. They move forward together. They move back together. This is a team. Do not underestimate the turnaround in this football team. What Ruben Amorim has done. People go on about the system and everything. But them players are all playing for Ruben Amorim. And a lot of doubters out there. And quite right, I do understand it. But this is a team. This is Manchester United back who can compete. We played Liverpool last week, right? This was a bigger game because you do not want to fail after Liverpool. We now go to Forest. We then go to Tottenham Hotspur. And at the end of the day, when the month's over, we've got an international break. Where will we be? Look at the table. No one ever thought that. No one.
Well, right now, as we're recording this video, we're in the top four. We're in fourth place.
In fourth place, when I seen it come up, when I seen it there, I can't believe we're there, and I don't think anyone can. But everything has to go. The plaudits have to go to Ruben Amorim. They got to go to the players. The players' turnaround is unreal, right? A lot of people, hell of a lot of people wanted him out. We didn't think there was going to be a turnaround. The Brentford game was absolutely diabolical. But these players have turned it round. They're all playing for Manchester United. And the best thing about it is, right, you can see they're playing for the badge, Cunha and Mbeumo especially.
But you see it against Liverpool, you know, it went to 1-1. We had that belief in ourselves to go and get that second goal. You know, at 3-2 today, you're thinking, you're on the edge of your seat. Which way is it going to go? Are they going to pull one back to get a draw out of the game? But we go up the other end to get the fourth. So the beliefs in the team, they're all together.
The beliefs in the team, but it's Manchester United, and you have to laugh. You have to laugh because we all know there was doubt. We thought, oh, here we go. It's just one of those games. But United thoroughly deserved it. The majority of that game, they outplayed, they outmuscled, and they were first to the ball. There was the second ball, they were jumping at it, they were getting it. To me, I thought it was a class performance. A class performance, and the only thing what let it down was all the changes. So I've got no excuses, no complaints about that last 15 minutes because of the team. It was completely changed round. So going forward, you have to look, and then when you look back at how this United team used to perform, this is a totally different United side, and I thought it was excellent. And I look at Sesko up front. He did his job. He wasn't fully involved. He had one or two opportunities in that.
First goal, he was involved.
That's what I'm saying. Nearly all the players were involved in everything what was good. You look at DELUDED. DELUDED worked hard, you know, and you know, we all criticise DELUDED, but you have to look at it from a team point of view and going forward. The optimism is there. There's no deluded. There's no nothing here now, right? This is Manchester United. And now we expect this team to go forward. And the standards are there. The standards cannot drop.
There's no seat space on this deluded train. It's standing only. So if you want to come and get on board, get it in that comment section. Is it a deluded train or is it starting to become a bullet train as Manchester United right now are in 4th place? Get involved in that comment section and smash that like button for the Manchester United win. 3 in a row, 4 straight wins at Old Trafford. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.